There are a lot of lessons from this judgment and perhaps what this means for the winner and the loser. And of course, at the end of the day, the primary premise of all of this is the people of Ondo State who went to the poll to vote. And at the end of the day, they're looking forward to the outcome of today's election. So let's get talking and hear from the governor, Mr. Akeredolu, who emerged winner today. He joins us virtually from Ibadan. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us tonight on Politics Today. And I must say, congratulations on your victory yet again. You from the election to the tribunal, to the appeal court, and now to the Supreme Court. Congratulations indeed. I guess that is a right one to say. But how does this verdict come to you?
Let me just thank you for that and say that we give God Almighty all the glory for the victory. God is one to be that will receive all the glory. We are all there. Thank God for His mercies. Thank you so much.
Great. So I'm saying that how does this come to you? Because this is a long, drawn battle. After the election, you perhaps thought that things might be over. But I know as a lawyer, it's never over until it's over. But this is the final lap, isn't it? So how does this come to you as a governor who was in this race from the very onset?
Well, I mean, the question on how does it come to me, I mean, let me start from the beginning. I was surprised about the action. I felt that we had a comfortable victory. Not just comfortable, very overwhelming. We won in 15 out of 18 local governments. And we defeated the PDP candidate with over 90,000 votes. It's not something usual. It's an unusual. The victory was most overwhelming. And when the issue of this petition came up, I felt it was a joke. I believe to God who made me, I thought it was a huge joke. And when I got the tribunal judgment, which 3 judges gave judgment in our favor, and we got the Court of Appeal, we have 5 justices who gave judgment in our favor, making 8. But when we got to Supreme Court, well, I mean, everybody has his own opinion. But I have always believed that judges are judges, whether we like it or not. So if 3 of them Supreme Court were against us and 4 were for us, so clearly we have had 12 judges or justices who have found in our favor and 3 in favor of the other side. So for me, it's I'm a lawyer. I go to court. I used to go to court quite often, and this is what I'm used to in my life. So I want to take it as it comes. So all I know is that victory is victory, and we thank God for this victory.
If you look at your opponent and what he said today, his reaction, I want to know what this means for you and to you. He says, we are in this for service and for the collective interest of the majority of our people. Do you have a similar view, or your view is quite different from his?
I am in need for service and for the collective interest of our people. I am not too sure we went to this pursuit in court for service or for the collective interest. When you talk about collective interest, if majority voted for someone, you want to go by the backside to remove that person, it cannot be for collective interest. It's for individual interest or for what I would call your own interest, not collective interest. You won in 3 local government, somebody won in 15 local government, you still went to court to challenge it. And you are basing your challenge on technicalities. So how do you say it's for collective interest? Not for collective interest. It's for personal interest. That's why I say it. I'm in politics for collective interest. That's why I stood to defend those who voted for us, who outnumbered them with over 90,000. So that is a collective interest. That's my own view. I'm in politics for collective. I've never believed if you go to court to want to use technicality to use court to declare you a governor, it's not for collective interest. The collective interest is determined at the polls.
I mean, I personally, I didn't study law, but I'm someone who had tried to also follow the trends in law. And Supreme Court judgments are as much as law as far as our community of laws are concerned. And I looked at it from the days of Justice Salami, the 2007 saga, and all how governorship cases have gone up to Supreme Court. It didn't used to be. As a senior advocate of Nigeria, someone who had risen to this very, at the pinnacle of the legal profession in Nigeria, what do you make of this trend, or what has become a major worry for some lawyers who think that governorship race or legal battle in governorship race shouldn't get up to the Supreme Court? Do you hold that view too?
Thank you so much. This is a different debate. It has nothing to do with my case. But if you ask for my view as a lawyer, I've always had that view that it need not go to Supreme Court. I've always had that view that what we had before, that we terminate the election matters at Court of Appeal for governorship races is enough. So that it just go through what I would call hearing and an appeal. This is what happens in all the other cases. All the other cases go hearing and appeal. If it's presidency, you have one hearing and appeal to Supreme Court. So if hearing here is at the High Court, the appeal should end at the Court of Appeal. That has always been my view. But we have a law. We have to obey the law. We cannot run away from it. The Electoral Act and the laws have been amended, and this has to go straight to Supreme Court. It's not necessary. We cannot continue this way where you have 3 tiers of trials in just an election. I don't believe it's right. I might be wrong, but that's my own view.
Today is very instructive. I'm trying to choose my words carefully now because I'm speaking to a senior advocate of Nigeria, a second-term governor at that. Is instructive in the sense that it's a judgment, 4 justices against 3 dissenting judgments. So it could have gone either way. I mean, it could have gone that 3 justices ruling in your favor and 4 ruling in the favor of Mr. Jegede. And it could mean that your being a governor could have ended today. How would that have been for you and come to you if it had gone the other way?
Seriously, you are right. It could have gone the other way. But I must tell you, I'm surprised. Totally taken by surprise. The case to me and to many of us, to my counsel, all of us believe that this was a case that was so straightforward. But I kept hampering on the fact that there is no simple case because of Nigeria's situation. No case is simple. So I want to thank my counsel who put everything into it. And I want to thank the judges or the justices of the Supreme Court who were able to appreciate that point. The point we're making is so clear. But as you said, it could have gone either way. There's nothing I would have done. Would have just taken it. Maybe by now I've packed my things out of the government house. I would have left. But because I would have left, and all that will happen is that because of what my own country is nearer, if I put my things there, the next day I'm back for my practice. I have a lot of work to do. I'm not politics. I have a second address, and I've made this point over and over. And that's why I can do what I do, and I'm doing what I do because I have confidence in myself. But the issue is that, as you said, people have gone that way. But if you are going that way, I will still stress the point that we had 8 judges who are not just mere, they're not just, you can't throw their judgment away like that. 8 judges, 3 at the tribunal, 5 at the Court of Appeal, who gave unanimous judgment in our favor. So we cannot discard that. We will have just still referred to that to show that, look, it was not just a mere trial. It was. I know that this case will be cited for long because a lot of issues have been charged there.
So I know that each time I'm speaking with you, Governor Akeredolu, your sense of the manner in which you speak tells the state of your heart and what you believe in. And so it's also instructive for me to ask you this question. In all sincerity, was there kind of apprehension in your camp? Do you have some kind of apprehension and doubt coming up to today before the judgment was delivered?
No, honestly, there was apprehension. I don't rule out that fact. But when we went on appeal, after we got the judgment at the Court of Appeal, we felt, oh, it was a fait accompli that the matter was very simple. But the news we had later, just few days to this judgment, gave us a lot of anxiety. I felt, oh, is it possible for anybody to think otherwise? That the judgment of the Court of Appeal, 5 of them finding in favor, can anybody think they will turn it? I never believed it would happen. So when it came out that there was some problem, it could happen, I said, so there was apprehension. I'm not going to deny that fact. We were worried. But again, we trusted in the God that we believe in. Some of us are strong believer. I am a man of faith. And because of that, my belief, I trusted in my God and I resumed prayers. And I knew that God had had that prayer. And I thank God for what has happened.
So this is a case of prayers answered and assiduous legal work. So it brings me to this matter before I take you to the issue of the Ondo people and what they should be looking forward to after now. There is something very instructive also that the Supreme Court justices also delivered in the judgment today, and is in relation to what the Constitution and the law says about the leadership of a political party. And that is the technical grounds in which the senior advocate, Eita Ajagada, went to court to say, you are not validly nominated because Memala Buni, the governor of Yobe State, cannot be the chairman of a political party submitting the name of a candidate to INEC. That is going to be quoted in a long time from now. What's your view on that?
Well, if anybody quotes it, it is better that is par in Korean. That is not the judgment of the court. The ratio decidendi of the case is clear, not those contributions. They are par in Korean. Nobody's going to rely on that for anything because you don't rely on such. What was the ratio decidendi of the case is what the 4 justices decided. You can have a dissenting view, but I do not agree with the dissenting view of my Lord Justices of the Supreme Court. I do not agree with it. I am today a chancellor of my church. Can you say I can't be chancellor? Am I being paid? Today we have people who are chairman of Progressive Governors Forum. I'm chairman of Southwest Governors Forum. I'm chairman of South Governors Forum. Can I now say if I take any action there, you can query it? Am I being paid? I belong to a political party. The party needed me to help as a governor. I'm not going to be earning a salary, and I'm asked to act in an acting capacity. Can anybody fault that? So I do not agree with them, and nobody's going to rely on it. It ends there because it's not the ratio decidendi of the case. The ratio decidendi is so clear: is that no, there was nothing wrong in him being chairman. So that one has said to that.
Okay, let me take you to Ondo State now. Now that you can now sleep with your 2 eyes closed, the cases and the battle is over. What should the people of Ondo State be expecting from you?
Well, I can say I've been sleeping with my 2 eyes closed. Although I'm not been watching like a bat, like my friend. No, I have a good friend who says I'm like a bat. I'm watching them, but I'm not watching like a bat. I'm watching like a bat. I sleep with my 2 eyes closed, but the people of Ondo State know me. And I'm a committed person. They know I'm committed to serve them. In my first 100 days, you see what we have done. We're going to do more because we are elected to serve these people. And I see my people are not comfortable. They are suffering. I'm worried about their suffering. I'm handicapped because of finances. But what else do I do? But I'm committed to serve these people of Ondo State. And because of the overwhelming victory I had, which is unprecedented in this history of Ondo State, no governor won with over 50-something% of the vote in an election where 3 people of our major parties were contesting. We have done, the people have shown a lot of confidence in us. They have done well voting us in, and we are prepared to serve them. So that people should be rest assured that we will put everything we have. We are going to now ratchet up our activities. Yes, we have some financial constraints, but no doubt, in spite of the fact that we are in financial straitjacket, we'll still continue to move on and forge on, and trusting in God, I'm sure we will get to the promised land. We will strive to make people proud of themselves and proud of their government.
Because as a lawyer also, understanding federalism and how it works, how the constituent units need to also be independent to be able to take their fate in their hands and be able to direct their affairs, pilot the affairs of their people in the way they wish. It's at the heart of the federalism practice, or practicing in the federal state. So, as a constituent unit of Ondo State, what would you say will be the revenue generation idea that could make your state, if not 100% independent, at least to a large extent dependent, that people of Ondo State can say, even where the federal resources are not coming, we know that we can take care of ourselves. Do you have such an idea?
Well, I mean, all of us have been clamoring for restructuring. We are not running away from that fact. Some of us, we support the president. We are not hiding that fact. Mr. President that demand from our party, overwhelming support. There's that political capital that he has. We are not doubting that fact. But some of us believe that, look, something has to be done. That is the only way the states, so a few of the states, some states can survive, Lagos, Rivers, and a few others. But some of us, there must be proper devolution to the state. As subnationals, we must, there are so many items on the exclusive list that should not be there. If we devolve to the states, then the states, in the way they run their own matters, will be able to make money and at least ratchet up their IGR. This is what we are trying to do. I mean, when I came to Ondo, the IGR was average of 700 million. Today, we are grossing over 2 billion. So we were moving more than that until COVID came. We were back to about over 2 billion per month. But we want to see that we get above that. But the only way we can get that is that we must be in control of a few of our resources in the state. Except that, then there'll be a problem. And that's why people are clamoring for total and proper restructuring. Too much money is in the center. Let the state have enough money to run their own affairs.
All right. Perhaps this is going to be my final question, Governor, before I allow you to have a wonderful evening meal and get some rest. And it's about the agitations in the land. You are one of the leaders in the Southwest region, and part of the agitation is also coming from the Southwest region of the country. Sunday Adeyemo, popularly called Sunday Igbo, the DSS is on its trail, and now the issue of Yoruba nation is also a debate that has been very rife in the land. Let me get your view on Sunday Igbo and how you hope that we can tame what has become a growing agitations across the land.
Thank you, Shehu. My views on Sunday Igbo, I must assure you, will not be for this, what I would call this interview or this discussion today, because if I recollect very well, there's nothing in the Journal of Supreme Court that has to do with Sunday Igbo today. I want to restrict myself to discussion on the judgment of Supreme Court, which you told me you are going to take me on, and I'm going to answer that. But at another time, I will address you fully on my view on Sunday Igbo, not for this program.
But how do we tame the agitations in the land?
Well, there's a lot of agitation in the land. All of us know. Southwest governors have spoken. South governors have spoken. We have met. Yes, but I believe that there will be a time for healing, and the time should be now. We must come out. Some people must come out. At least speak the truth. Let's sit down and speak the truth ourselves so that we can find solution to the agitations we have in the land. There are a lot. It's not something we can now use this program. We can't end it in this program. We can't even start it here. But we'll give another time to discuss this. I'm not someone that runs from matters of this nature. But for today, I want to confirm myself to this judgment. I want to find my God. I want to go and take my sleep. Thank you so much.
Yes, and I'll allow you to do that, Your Excellency, but I must also sincerely thank you for creating time, because I know just how busy you will be. Your house will be flocked by your supporters by now. Congratulating you, but congratulations again, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, on your victory at the Supreme Court today. Thank you so much indeed.
I appreciate you as always, Sheon. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.